Hi, I'm Nancy Alder, and I want to share with you a little bit about how practices with deep imagination have been making a big difference in my life lately. I've started rereading James Hillman's work and been reminded that images are conscious and autonomous beings that we're in relationship with, not just metaphors or projections of ourselves. And this has reminded me about a really deep practice in working with dreams that I first read about in Bill Plotkin's book Soulcraft. And a mentor tried to do with me a couple years ago. And for some reason, it's intuitively coming back to me in this time of solitude. And I decided to give it a try with a dream that I had 2 nights ago where I was playing with an old boyfriend of mine in the surf in this dark ocean, all overcast and dark. And we were having a wonderful time. And I had some things that I needed to pick up um, because it was time to go. And I was timing gathering my things between when the waves were coming in so that they would get wet or washed away. And I noticed that the waves hadn't come for a little while, and I looked, and all the water was getting sucked out of the bay. And I realized that a tsunami was coming, and the alarms, the sirens started going off. And me and all the people at the beach and my boyfriend and everybody just ran into this big, huge building. It was almost like we were kids and it was a school house and we were on retreat or something. And all these adult teachers were around getting us to all sit in our houses all still. And I was freaking out. I'm like, you guys, the tsunami is coming. We need to get the hell out of here. And nobody was responding to me. Um, I felt like a crazy person, and I saw my boyfriend across the room, just so many crowded people in between us, and I'm like, I can't get to him. I can't save him. I gotta go. I gotta go. And I woke up and I thought about that dream in the way that I think about a lot of things that happen in my life in terms of I'm the only one that feels like there's danger. No one is listening to me. I gotta save myself. And I sat in meditation with this dream, realizing that all the elements of this dream are not only parts of me, they're also autonomous, conscious beings that are participating in this dream world with me. And I felt myself start to do a little bit of the shamanic practices that I've done of feeling myself turning into different animals and landscapes. And I started turning into different elements of the dream and seeing it from their perspective. I first turned into my boyfriend, who went inside with me when the tsunami was coming and saw me distraught and abandon him, walk out and leave him there. I felt myself turn into the teachers who saw me causing trouble when they were just trying to get everyone calm and wondering what I was freaking out about and why I was being a troublemaker. Then I felt myself turn into the ocean that was taking this deep inhale and ready to just wrap its arms around all the people and all the buildings and just gather them back into itself and consume it and mix it all up together. And I had this realization that if I had left the building when the tsunami came, I would have been standing alone on that cliff while everyone that I knew and loved were sharing in this experience of this communal death and this becoming one with the ocean. And lastly, I felt myself become the building that we had all fled into. And I felt all the doors and windows locked down, like an impenetrable fortress, and the ocean breaking around me, with all those beings held safe inside. And I realized that the teachers knew that the safest place to be was indoors. They weren't denying that the tsunami was coming. They didn't have time to sit down with me and explain to me exactly what was happening. It was crisis. They just needed me to listen and to trust. And I was so sure that I knew what was happening and the best way to survive, that I would have been the only one that had died. And I saw myself again in that dream, letting go of what I thought I knew about the threat and the solution, of always being the one to raise the siren, to be the outcast. And I just breathed and relaxed and sat there with my friends, being willing to die with those I belonged with, or perhaps even to survive in some ingenious way because of protections that were beyond my knowledge or understanding. If you have a daydream or a night dream that you want to be in deeper relationship with, I would love to teach you these practices and see what we can learn about what all of these beings and images that are in your life and entering through you have to say. Thank you.